Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. So in today's video we're asking Spirit what blessings are coming your way. What blessings can you expect? I was about to say inspect. What blessings can you expect? And maybe we'll even try to get some time frames. We'll try to figure out when you can expect these blessings to come as well. So I'm filming in a different location. Bear with me. I chose this sort of like tapestry to film on, but honestly, as I'm looking at it, I realize how busy it is. Like, there's just a lot going on, so try to stay focused. I know I will be. We'll see how we go. So we have three groups as usual. Our group one's over here. We have this beautiful shell, and the interesting thing about all of these objects today is that all of them came from the ocean. And if you've watched my videos recently, I've been really just blowing with the connection that I have to the sea. I just feel like there's so many cleansing properties by the beach, between the wind and the salty water and just that beautiful calming atmosphere. So I'm using these three objects because they are very special to me. I found this one myself. That's group one's object, this shell. Group 2's object actually came in from a viewer, a beautiful member of our community. This object was found on a beach in Australia. I'm terrible with the own geography of my own country, but I'm fairly sure it came from New South Wales. I might be completely wrong about that though, and I apologize profusely because I know instantly that that wasn't right, but it's a beautiful beach stone, really. Group 2, this is your object. Group 3, another stone that's come from the beach. Different again, beautiful. It almost looks like ocean jasper. It's so gorgeous and so smooth. So those are the three groups. Feel free to pause the video now if you need more time figuring out which group you're feeling most called to. When your intuition has you fairly clued in on a group, check the description box below for your timestamps and join me in your reading. Hi group 1 and welcome. If you chose this beautiful shell as your object, then this is going to be your reading. Now I'm going to pop your object over there for now. This camera is going to be so shaky, you guys, because I am filming on my bed. It's a long story. Let's just say the full moon's come at a delayed reaction for me, and I'm feeling incredibly just fatigued, if I'm honest, but my mind is super active and my intuition has been on fire, which is an interesting side effect of a full moon. So I thought we'd put it to good use. Let's figure out what blessings are coming your way, group 1. Now, I'm going to start with tarot. I can see the camera shaking so much and I apologize. I'm going to shuffle off camera because I'm filming behind camera today. What blessings can group 1 expect, Spirit? What blessings can group 1 expect? What blessings can group 1 expect? Your first card is the Nine of Wands, which actually has a moon on it. It's a crescent moon. Interesting energy. Nine of Wands, perseverance, overcoming. It's this feeling of don't give up, group 1. This might have been a long time coming. You might be in a similar situation to me. Look at this. We have the Ace of Wands here. A false start that was maybe deterring you from the idea that you could have this, that this could be yours, that this could work in your favor. We have the Father of Cups reverse, the King of Cups reverse. I'm seeing like it's almost, see with the King of Cups reversed, it's literally everything that I was talking about at the start of your reading, which is interesting because I now feel revitalized talking about it. So the Ace of Wands in the middle is helping the energy of this reading pick up. But I'm not going to lie, with the King of Cups on one side and the Nine of Wands on the other side here, we've got a lot of exhaustion mixed with just this general feeling of defeat. The King of Cups reversed is an uncontrollable emotional reaction to a situation, feeling as though there is a lack of control here, feeling as though you are struggling, perhaps. We have the Ten of Cups here. Listen, it's not going to last, group 1. You are beings of love and light. You deserve happiness, and this card is confirming that what you are working towards can be achieved. So I really feel like with this Nine of Wands, the biggest blessing that you can have is something that you've actually been waiting for. It's something that you've been manifesting. It's something that you've been fighting towards, that you've been trying to push your energy towards. It's going to make you incredibly happy with that Ten of Cups. It's almost like a happy ending situation. What blessing is coming their way, Spirit? Group 1, what blessing is coming their way? Group 1, look what just came out, Strength, beneath that Ace of Wands. So there's a message coming through here with the Ace of Wands in the middle. The message is, if you have experienced a false start recently, Group 1, if you've tried to achieve something and you were knocked back, and for many of you, you weren't knocked back once, you were knocked back multiple times. With this Nine of Wands, you might be manifesting a relationship into your life or a job opportunity into your life. Whatever it was, you were rejected a number of times, whether it was a black and white rejection, like, no, I'm sorry, it's not going to work out, or it could have just been that certain situations that you had been hoping for didn't get off the ground. The Ace of Wands talks about a false start here, something that could have, would have, should have grounded into something more, didn't. This opportunity never had the opportunity to ignite. It was like a match that had already been burnt, or somebody had the match ready to go but there wasn't a lighter to ignite it. With the Strength card there, it was a test for you. I'm sorry to say, I know it's easy for me to sit on this side of the world behind a camera and say this, but based on this spread of cards, this Strength card is telling me that those situations were tests. It was testing not just your strength, but your patience. It was testing your compassion and just how ready you were. I want to say for you, Group 1, if you feel like you recently missed out on something, it's because it wasn't meant for you. That situation wasn't meant to ground itself in your life because you deserve something more. And that situation came the way that it did as a false start because it was supposed to help you identify your true power within. With this Strength card here, there is something better for you waiting out there, something that is going to make you very happy, something that is going to pay off for all the energy and effort that you've put into this situation. And with the Father of Cups card there reversed, it is going to be a little bit uncomfortable because it's something that you're almost not used to. You've been fighting for so long that it's going to come and you're going to be a little bit hesitant to accept the blessing. I want to say that I don't know if this is, listen, I'm sorry if you don't feel comfortable with swearing, but this is the only way that I can describe it. It's kind of like a fucking situation. So when you have had so much rejection, when you have had so many false starts, when you've had so many would've, could've, should've been moments that never truly grounded, when the real thing comes, when the real opportunity to initiate something comes, you almost instantly go back into your cocoon and tell yourself it's just going to be like all the other times. It's not going to become anything. It's not going to be the success that I want it to be. And honestly, it's a genuine split down the middle for you, Group 1. Some of you, it's a job opportunity. For others of you, it is romance related. Regardless, all of these losses, all of these false starts, all of this rejection in your past has instigated feelings of, I want to say, like a lack of confidence now. You're doubting your ability to pull this off. And with this Strength card in the middle, you are incredibly confident in the eyes of other people. You are incredibly deserving of this reward. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if other people come up to you and they say, like, why don't you have this already? You're someone who would do so well in that thing, in that position, in that relationship. Why don't you have that already? And you probably can't even answer them, Group 1, because you don't know. The truth is, all these false starts in the past happened to help condition you to be the strong, capable person that you are, because there is something better for you out there. Can you tell us more about this blessing, though? Can you tell us more about this blessing? What is the blessing that's coming in? This card just flew out of the deck, and there's two of them. So it's going to be the end of an incredibly tough cycle. With this Ten of Swords reverse, this is a cycle that for the most part you've had to endure on your own. This is something that has left you feeling very burdened, very isolated. You've tried to talk to people about it, but it feels as though nobody really understands you. And at times you just feel Like, surely any day now it's going to end. Surely any day now it's going to end. For this card to be reversed, yes, it's going to end, but also you've hit a point where you can't even imagine what it's like to be anything else other than what you've been going through. If whether this is you manifesting a relationship or a job, you're losing hope with each and every day. Now, I want to say that not only will this situation end, but you will be given a choice here with this Two of Wands. Two very powerful decisions. The thing about this choice is that although these two options may seem very different, the imagery on this card is indicating that they will both lead to the same outcome. And I feel called to identify the other brilliantly colored card here. The only other card that has more than 3 colors on it is the Ten of Cups. This card talks about happiness, emotional fulfillment, long-term happiness, long-term emotional fulfillment. And the Two of Wands here is also playing into that energy. Yes, you will have a choice, but there is no wrong choice, is what this card is saying. Both of them can lead to your happiness, both of them leads to your fulfillment, and both of them keep you in power and in control of the situation. I feel like that is essential to say for many of you, because your circumstances up until recently, well, up until the blessing, has led you to feel as though you're not in control of your life, as though you don't have options, as though you don't have choices, and your lack of confidence is really going to continue to limit you. But that wasn't the intention here with all of these false starts. The intention was to guide you towards something that you truly deserve, that is meant for you, and that is going to continue adding to the beautiful foundation you've already created for yourself. You are currently in your power group 1, and you are attracting this, you are manifesting this. But for the greater portion of this reading, your blessing, I just needed to say, is coming after a long period of feeling as though you're going nowhere, feeling as though you've had so many losses. And honestly, it's not, some of them I would say have been very significant, but honestly, most of them feel like you've just accepted them now. Like you've conditioned yourself to go, oh, well, that's life. It could be worse, is something that you say to yourself. Other people have it worse. It's okay. It's all right. Like it could be a lot worse. And still, it's, yes, that might be true, but it's still kept you in this cocoon of accepting that maybe you're just not going to get what you want. And that's not true. You will. With this Father of Cups reversed, it's going to happen in a way that is going to catch you by surprise, and you're going to feel a little bit like, oh, is this actually my blessing, or is this someone else's? Maybe I should just go and hide for a little bit, think about it, and see if it disappears. If I come out of my cocoon and it's still there, then it's meant for me. No, that's not actually what you're supposed to do. The blessing is still going to be there because it is meant for you, Group 1. So honestly, what is coming your way is the end of a really tough cycle of feeling constant, almost like martyrism. That's how many false starts you've had, is that it's at this point it's an inside joke between you and God, the universe, whatever deity you choose to follow or have your faith in. It's an inside joke now where you just feel like there's no end, but there is an end, and you will have this choice. Both outcomes lead to the same, both choices, lead to the same outcome. They just start off very differently. Okay, now your bottom deck energy is the Daughter of Cups, the Page of Cups, an apology, an extension of the universe saying, thank you for hanging in there, thank you for having faith, thank you for not giving up, thank you for continuing to try to be your happy, beautiful self, and for shining your wonderful light. Here is your blessing. Now, this is something that is going to be very attached to your emotions. We see emotions littered throughout this reading. The only thing missing is Pentacles. So for you, Group 1, this is something that is going to help you feel more confident in yourself. This blessing is going to make you happy. It is also going to remind you that, you do deserve this happiness that you've been feeling, that you've been craving, that you've been manifesting. It's going to make you feel young again for a lot of you. It's going to have this sort of youthful energy with this Page of Cups. It's going to feel fun. and you're going to be looking and sounding and feeling like a completely new person. I think the people that know you well are going to understand that straight away. They're going to know that there's something different about you. For some of you, you might start dating someone. That's something that's coming through. Someone is going to enter your life, and they're going to bring up this sort of youthful energy about you, this fun, playful energy about you. Okay, now I'm just going to pause the video while I get some oracle cards because we need more information. So I have the Enchanted map oracle cards. I'm just going to be shuffling them. We want to know more. What blessings can Group 1 expect? What blessings can Group 1 expect, Spirit? What is coming their way? You have Ride the Wave, number 14. Very watery energy, Group 1. Very watery energy. This card is really about overcoming this tough cycle here. It's this feeling as though there is going to be a climax. There is going to be this, I want to say butterflies will be in your stomach when this opportunity comes, when this blessing comes your way. But I also want to tell you that it's going to be a bit scary and confronting. There's something about this energy that feels too good to be true, that you've been kind of cycling in your loop for so long, and you've had that many pushbacks that it almost feels like it's another pushback in disguise. Like, it seems too good to be true, but it isn't. It is meant for you, and it will find you. This Ride Your Wave, in terms of timing, it has a very it has a lot of momentum behind it, so it feels like it's happening very soon for you, Group 1. It feels almost imminent. There's a rolling, building sensation here with this wave energy. It literally feels like it's coming in, and it's coming right to you. Group 1, Spirit, what blessings are coming their way? What can they expect? Oh, we just got 2 more cards that came out. So we have the number 12 now, slow and steady. As I was talking about it coming in fast, we have a card talking about slow and steady, but really I feel like this is playing into that feeling as though you've been waiting a long time. You've been working on this for a long time. You've been wanting this for a long time. Many of you have been actively manifesting this for a long time. And as I'm talking about this, my mouth literally feels like a foreign object on my face. I just feel like you've been stuck in this cycle, similar to the imagery on this card, of just going around in circles and feeling like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When am I going to get this blessing that I so deserve? When can I finally be given this opportunity to be happy? Many of you, this is directly linked with your emotions. It's all about happiness for you. And it's not to say that you aren't happy, because I feel like something that you always tell yourself, Group 1, is it could be worse. But there's a difference between being genuinely happy with your life and simply being content because it could be a lot worse. And I feel like that is what is shifting for you, is that you get to explore the fun, youthful, playful, childish energy of pure joy, and having that opportunity to be joyous and to be childly playful. I hope I'm not making this sound weird, but that Daughter of Cups is just speaking volumes over in the corner there. Field of Dreams is your 3rd card. This is the number 21. It has this feeling of, again, a cycle ending. 21 for me is just linked to the World card in tarot. But there is almost like this milestone here. 21, it can be a significant milestone for you in terms of aging as well. Now, this card talks about dreaming and dreaming big and appreciating that some big dreams do take time. So there's this feeling again that you've been waiting around for this for quite some time. Look at these beautiful fairy pixie-like creatures sitting on these eggs waiting for these dreams to hatch. And some eggs are bigger than the others. And I'm no biologist, but you would naturally assume that some of the bigger eggs take a little bit longer to open up. And I think that is what is going on here. Honestly, this blessing is major, and it's going to lead to a lot of happiness. I'm also being called to the 2 on this card, which again tells me that there is a choice, but there isn't a wrong choice, which is what the 1 on this card is also talking about. There's going to be a decision here, but there isn't any wrong choice out of this decision. Both choices lead to happiness and eventually will lead to the same thing. They just start off very different. So it could be a choice between 2 people, between 2 jobs. Some of you, it could be moving. It is a big decision, I want to say, and it's something that you are going to feel a little bit rushed into doing with this Ten of Swords reversed, because you want to just end this cycle. So it's okay. Just know that there isn't any wrong choice here. Both outcomes lead to happiness. Now, the bottom deck energy is the Wizard of Awareness on this deck. So the Wizard of Awareness is really about creating with the 3 on this card. It's about understanding what you want, willing it into reality through creative, powerful manifestation. And it's also about knowing when you should collaborate and work with others to achieve your goal. The Wizard of Awareness is an incredibly insightful card. And to be honest, I'm reading this all intuitively. I have not read the guidebook. I realized that as I was shuffling this deck off camera. But it just strikes me as this powerful card about collaboration and that insight of knowing when you should go out alone versus when you need to call on others for help. So the Wizard of Awareness card is major energy. It's creation, it's manifesting, it's insight, it's introspection, it's retrospection, and it's really about moving forward. It's another card that has movement in it. It is a sort of slower energy, I'm not going to lie, group 1, but it doesn't mean that it isn't happening. Now, I do want to just get one more card from this deck. We're working with the Energy Oracle cards now. Group 1 Spirit, what blessing is coming their way? What blessing is coming their way? Group 1, please, Spirit. What blessing is coming their way? Oh, look at this. Gorgeous. So it is 100% linked to your emotions. We have the door to personal healing and happiness. And this card, aside from having incredible imagery, it really is self-explanatory. Door to personal healing and happiness. This is going to be the next stage in your journey. This is the end of an incredibly tough, incredibly long cycle, group 1. And not only have you earned it, but you really do deserve this opportunity. You're going to feel liberated by this. This is a door. This is a new opening. This is moving on and letting the past be where it is in your past, not revisiting old wounds, understanding that you deserve happiness, that you deserve to be happy, that this is happening for you, not to you. And the dove on this card is really tying into that peaceful energy. It just feels like it's going to be a next almost like milestone here that keeps coming back. We had 2 10s, we had 21, and now we have a door. Let's leave the past behind. This is the end of a tough cycle. It's time to move forward. Now, your bottom deck energy in this deck is the Archangel Michael, first chakra, root chakra card. So it's pretty big. If we didn't realize that already, this is pretty major. And the beautiful thing about the angels is that when they show up, it's to show you that they're there. So if you do feel that you need a bit of support, if you do feel that you need more guidance, more assurance, more assistance to achieve this goal, this blessing that you've been manifesting, do call on their support. Archangel Michael is here to tell you that he's always been here. He's watching, he's helping, he's guiding you. If that's something that you would like to do, if that's something you're comfortable with, do call on Archangel Michael for support. But the first chakra card is your root chakra. It's your base chakra. It's literally number 1, right at the bottom of your spine. It's a new beginning. It's also grounding yourself in firm, stable energy, feeling stable, feeling grounded. It's this feeling as though you've been working towards this for a while. Not only are we closing off an old chapter, a tough cycle, we're starting something completely new, and we're doing it right this time, group 1. So this is big energy. That's kind of making me think that your whole lifestyle is going to be very different once you make this decision over here, once you choose which path to take. You might end up moving. You might end up physically looking like a completely different person once you choose this option. It feels major. It feels quite significant. It feels like it has travel involved for some of you. While it may start off as a relationship or a job, it has a lot of expansion. It has a lot of potential. And it also has this feeling as though it's going to be stable. You can rely on this opportunity to be a part of your life for a significant amount of time. So group 1, that is what I'm seeing for you. That is the blessings that are coming your way. I know it wasn't too specific, but I anticipate a lot of people seeing this video, so I want to just keep that energy going. For you, it's the culmination of a tough cycle, a massive reward to pay off all of the energy that you have been putting into these false starts, really trying to manifest your happiness on the daily, exerting your gratitude, reminding yourself that you are strong and powerful, and not allowing your past to hold you back from your potential. No wrong choice here, but you will have a decision to make. This is the kind of blessing that has an opportunity to provide stability to you over a long period of time. It's going to change your life, group 1. So very exciting, very, very happy for you. Stay safe wherever you are, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Hi, group 2, and welcome. I just want to quickly do a little disclaimer. This is a new filming location, as I was talking about in the intro. I'm actually filming on my bed, so it's super unstable. The tripod is in front of me. I'm sitting behind the camera today. It's going to be a little bit shaky, but let's get through it to find out what blessings are coming your way. So group 2, if you chose this beautiful beach rock, it's actually really gorgeous, if I'm honest. I haven't looked at this enough. I wish I would have paid more attention to it before this video. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to just put it over there for now because I want to get into the tarot for you. So I'm using the Bubba deck, the little baby deck for Wild Tarot. All decks will be linked in the description box below. Group, where are we at? Group 2. Group 2 spirit. What blessings can they expect to come their way? I'm slightly sick, group 2. If you hear it in my voice, I didn't want it to impact this reading, but you guys are so perceptive and many of you are fellow empaths, so I just thought, you're going to pick up on it. Let me just tell you now, I am a little bit sick. So my intuition has been on fire though with this passing full moon. It hit me in a delayed reaction. I didn't feel it on the night. I just felt really energized and active, and now I'm a little bit tired, but my intuition is just through the roof. So your first card is the Two of Swords. So this has been a tricky time for you. The Two of Swords is talking about indecision, a feeling as though you need to make a decision and you don't have all the information yet. We also have the Four of Wands. So there's stability here. There's some sort of celebration coming your way, group 2. There's harmony, there's connection, there's appreciation. I don't know why that's coming through. The Hermit in reverse. You do have the answers you seek, but you're telling yourself that you don't. The Hermit card is talking about a period of isolation ending, almost unwillingly. You're almost telling yourself that you need to cling to it. And we also have the Nine of Swords reverse. So this sleeplessness, this anxiety, this epiphany, you have all the information you need, group 2, but you're telling yourself that you don't. The Four of Cups, you're almost waiting for something better to come. But I want to say that the opportunity, the blessing that you're here for is already in your life. It's just going to be renewed in a way. It almost looks like an eye from where I'm sitting. I don't know if you can see that too, group 2. But the blue in this Four of Wands is really magnetic, especially when you've got all those sort of flaming imageries around it. It feels like it's just pulling me in. It feels like a nice cold bath after a hot summer's day, you know? But you're telling yourself that it isn't here yet, but it is. I'm going to clarify. I didn't do this for anyone else, but I need to clarify for you. Your last card is Strength. So big energy. The Strength card is typically portrayed by the number 8, but it's shown the infinity symbol on this card instead, and it's the number 11 in this deck. So the only reason I mention that is because the Hermit card is a 9, but it's reversed. It's almost like you're going backwards here. You're telling yourself you don't want to know, like you don't have the information yet, you need more, and you're doing it assertively. But the Strength card in this deck is an 11, so you are powerful, you are leveling up, you have everything you need. I hope I'm not confusing you, I'm just trying to figure this energy out. It's really interesting. Bottom deck energy is the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to figure out what I feel with this card. I feel apprehension, if I'm honest. I feel an extension of emotion that I'm not sure I want to take. It feels beautiful. It feels like, wow, that's wonderful, thank you, but is it real? You know? What's underneath this Two of Pentacles? Some of you doubt the authenticity of this offer, as though it's not the best thing that you could get, as though this person may be juggling offers. It makes you wonder if this is just a cycle. Is this going to be something I can rely on? With the High Priestess reversed, your intuition is trying to tell you, but you're not really trusting your intuition. You're really not trusting the information you have. You're really doubting the information you have, Group 2. You're telling yourself that there might be something better out there, that you don't have all the information yet, that if you take this offer, you'll be settling. The Ace of Pentacles reversed, someone is being selfish, or they appear to be selfish. And look, as I say that, we're shown the Devil card then. The Devil card reversed is a feeling as though you're being stuck in this cycle, as though you're feeling bound. There's something about obligations, something about responsibility. Some of you wonder if this person who's offering you this Ace of Cups, it's like, okay, but am I your only choice? Are you only choosing me because you don't have the other pentacle now? There's some sort of apprehension towards this ace, for fear of, like, what if it just leads nowhere? What if I put in all this effort, all this work, and it doesn't actually lead anywhere? Justice. This is trying to end a cycle of bad karma. With the Devil card reversed and Justice, the blessing that is coming your way is designed to end a cycle of bad karma. Group 2. I'm trying to focus on the back cards. Let's do that. There we go. So honestly, what's coming your way, it's a blessing in disguise. I want to say that because you have apprehension towards this. You feel like you feel afraid to celebrate this blessing because it feels like it's too good to be true. But more than that, it feels like you're settling. It feels like it's not going to stay in your life. It feels like it's not as stable as it presents. On one hand, we have the Four of Wands here, which talks about stability, harmony, coming together, celebration, a feeling of community as well. I just really feel called to the original imagery in the Rider-Waite Tarot when you have that couple almost on a stage and there's a crowd cheering for them. It's like a celebration. It's a celebration of love, of coming together, of union, and yet it's being amplified or emphasized and clarified by the Four of Cups reversed, which usually talks about a missed opportunity. And for this to be reversed, it's like you're trying to let go of something that may have been holding you back. Perhaps your heart is wanting one thing, but your energy is being pulled towards this other thing, and then your mind is trying to convince your heart that this is good for you, this is something that is going to be good for your future, but the heart wants what the heart wants. Your heart is wanting this other opportunity almost. It's really something that I need to clarify, if I'm honest. I'm going to use my Hermetic Tarot deck. Group 2 Spirit, what blessing is coming their way? Group 2, what blessing is coming their way? We have the Ace of Pentacles. It's upright this time. Group 2, Lord of the Root of the Powers of the Earth. This is a substantial offer. This is something you can trust. This is something you can rely on. This is something that is going to help you overcome that feeling in the past of not being good enough. With the Four of Cups, not only was it a missed opportunity, but that rejection hurt you, man. It really hit your heart space. It left you feeling as though you weren't good enough, and perhaps you weren't expecting to feel this attraction for another opportunity. I'm trying to keep this open, but for many of you, this is a relationship. This is a person coming into your life. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it has instigated feelings of worthiness. Am I worthy for this? What am I worthy of? What do I deserve? What am I creating? What am I manifesting? What can I bring into my life? What do I want in my life? This has made you question your life with the Queen of Pentacles, what kind of future you want, who you want in your future. The kind of blessing that is coming your way is going to be a little bit of a reality check for you, Group 2. This is a substantial offer. Not only did we have the Ace of Cups, but now we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. And for the Queen of Pentacles to be reversed, you're having to question your future, you're having to question what you want, you're having to question what you deserve, your own self-worth. Is this good enough for you? Is this something that you want for your future? Is this something that you can see yourself having? You're asking yourself a lot of questions, which is why the Hermit card is reversed, because you're almost forcing yourself into this period of introspection where you're going in, you're trying to seek these answers, you're trying to figure this out, you're trying to take your time here to make the right decision, which really comes back to our Two of Swords energy as well. You're trying to find the right answer to this. Is this what you want? And look what just came out, the Ten of Wands. It was upright and now it's reversed as I show it to you. This card talks about the Lord of profession, the Lord of oppression, group 2. So the Ten of Wands here, this is the end of something that has been quite painful. There's a feeling of responsibility that keeps coming up for you, group 2. A feeling of obligations and responsibility. I was feeling it with the Strength card. And then as we explored your back of deck energy, I was feeling it again with the Devil. And then the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It's almost like this choice you need to make is somewhat selfish. It's almost like you have to consider other people's needs in this equation, as though you're thinking of a past situation or a past person and how this could influence or impact them. With the Eight of Swords reversed, you do need to get out of your head, group 2. You need to try not to overthink this. You need to follow your intuition. That is something that you seem to switch off here. Remember, we saw the High Priestess reversed. You need to trust what you are feeling. You need to trust that this is being brought to you for a reason. And it is intended to actually make your life easier with this Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles card is like harmonious balance. Yes, it is a lot to juggle, but you aren't given anything you can't manage. Bottom deck energy is the Ten of Pentacles. It will lead to a lot of success, a lot of happiness. If this is a job opportunity, I want to say that it will lead to a lot of security. This card says the Lord of Wealth, but it feels like security. Even if it's a relationship, it has security attached to it. I keep hearing legacy, security, abundance. I just feel like you get stuck in your head when this opportunity comes your way. So what can you tell us about this blessing, group 2, Spirit? What blessing is coming their way for group 2? What blessing is coming their way for group 2, please? Ew. All right, so we got a little bit here. We first are shown the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. I think it's actually Shamuel, but I always say Chamuel. Now, this chakra is your solar plexus chakra. As the imagery, on this card depicts, it's like your stomach. It's above your belly button, I want to say. Your sacral chakra kind of sits just below your belly button. So this is a little bit higher. It's about movement. It's about progression here, motivation, determination, all of the Chariot energy as well. It just is this feeling of moving forward, balancing your energy so that you can make progress here, proactively moving forward. And that's really what you need to harness, because you have a period when this blessing comes your way where you get stuck in your head about this. You want to move forward making the right choice. And once you decide, once you understand what the right choice is for you, you're going to just propel through this opportunity. It is quickly going to be proven that this opportunity and this decision was the right decision to make. As soon as we realize what is meant for us, we start to find other things fall into our lap. And I think that that is what happens in this situation. Now, with the Ten of Wands and the Devil card reversed and all the other beautiful cards we were shown back here, and the Two of Pentacles, it feels like you do need to let go of something in order to let this opportunity in. Hostilities reversed, you're almost considering other people's opinions. You're considering what other people will think, how other people will react. Is this what they want? Is this something that can make the collective happy? When really you should be putting your own needs first, group 2. This blessing was meant for you, not for other people. And this situation is going to very quickly prove that other people may not have your best interest at heart. If the only thing limiting you from having this in your life is you choosing to be happy, then why would people who care about you stop you from having that? And I feel that that is why this card is here, because someone is going to very quickly take the back seat in your life when they realize that you're out here living for you and putting your needs first and allowing yourself to be happy. It's almost like somebody ends up, it's not that they leave your life completely, but they start to become very less active in your life as you start to realign yourself with your authentic path. Bottom deck energy is journey. You have arrived at your destination. That's why this card is reversed. Don't dwell on the heavy energy with this too. You have to be very clear about this. What do you want? Follow your heart space, follow what makes you happy here, because I do think that you want this opportunity. There is something that pulls you back from it though. You have to just come into your power here and recognize that you are strong enough to take this on board. And maybe your true strength is the fact that you don't jump into big things very quickly, you know. It was a weird way of wording it. But maybe your true strength is that you do need to take that time out with the Hermit card to really just weigh up your options and think about this. Journey Reverse, though, is also saying that your life could end up changing very significantly once this comes in to fruition. I was feeling that with the Ten of Pentacles. It's like it goes from an ace over here, our Ace of Pentacles, straight to a 10. You know, it's going to be something that is in your life for a long time, and you're going to feel very invested in it. It's like all of the other options just sort of fade away, and very quickly it's going to be revealed to you that this is your true path. But I do think that it's going to become quite a big part of your life. This isn't just a quick $500, you know. It's not that kind of blessing. It's something that could create your entire future if you let it. Now, I do have one other deck here that I want to use. Can we describe Group 2's blessing to them, Spirit? What blessing can they expect? What's coming their way? Your first card is Encouragement, which is really precious. Look at these two. Little baby giraffe. Oh, there's a feeling of mentorship here. Perhaps you have to consider the impacts that this will have on children or people who you are responsible for. I do feel like this is going to lead to success. If it's concerns about children and it involves travel, you do have the green light here that it is going to be successful. The people who aren't meant to be in your life are very quickly going to be removed, because you are going to be aligning yourself with your true path. This blessing is so much more than just a blessing. You know, we consider certain blessings as acts of kindness. Perhaps that person at the grocery store offered to pay our groceries for us. You know, that's never happened to me. I would love to do that to someone else, but you know, we don't see at the time that's just one act of kindness, but it has a knock-on effect here. You saving money there meant that you had more fuel, you could drive further, blah blah blah. It just has this knock-on effect for you, Group 2. That was a very lazy way of explaining it, sorry. My Capricorn side is on fire today. But this card is saying that it is going to pay off. It might be tricky in the beginning because you do have changes. You will have people leave if they aren't meant for you. Situations that aren't meant for you are very quickly going to dissolve, but you are going to receive signs along the way that this is what is meant for you. With this Encouragement card, the universe is going to coach you through this. Again, I feel called to show you, you know, we aren't given more than we can handle with this Two of Pentacles. This change is not only inevitable, it is essential for you to be on your right path. You do need to go through this hurdle. And that is the biggest blessing, if I'm honest, is this feeling as though you're not only being given a new lease here, because you are stepping into your power, stepping into your correct path, but you're also receiving encouragement from the universe that, yes, you were right. You know, maybe you did get complacent in the past. Maybe you did settle a little too soon. Maybe what is meant for you is still out there. But once it finds you, trust your heart that it is meant for you, because it is very quickly going to have this knock-on effect. And before you know it, you're going to be very... I keep hearing secure with this card. Security. You're going to be very secure. The Knight of Pentacles was beneath that card, so it might take a little bit of time finding its way to you, Group 2. I just want to say the blessing is coming, but it might take a little time for some of you before you get through those little bumps along the way. Can we know more about this actual blessing, though? I'm going to use a third deck. I didn't use this for Group 1, but we're running a bit early. So we have Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Persecution, Expression. And it does feel like some of you kind of put yourself back in the cave when this blessing comes, especially for the Hermit to be here reversed. It's this feeling as though you don't fully express your concerns to the person or people involved, and instead you go within and you try to figure this out for yourself, and that's okay. But if this is something that can be troubleshooted between people, especially if that person is involved in your situation, then it probably is a good idea to share the load, to not let this become your burden and your burden alone. That's another reason why the Ten of Wands could have been here. You're taking on the responsibility of others and you're letting it limit the choices that you truly have here. This has a very liberating feeling to it, though, with Share Your Voice. It's like you're being given this opportunity to explore something that maybe you didn't think was possible, or something that you allowed yourself to observe from afar, and you secretly told yourself that you want it, but it's probably not for you. Well, actually it was, and there was a reason why it was brought to your attention in the first place. This is something that could make you very happy, and it is going to renew feelings of emotional connection with that Ace of Cups. It's going to give you this strong intuitive and emotional pull that is a little bit scary, and it makes you go back a little bit. You know, there's going to be bumps along the way when you have to figure this out and troubleshoot it alone, is what you're telling yourself, but you don't actually. The Eight of Swords reversed reminds yourself to get out of your head and realize that this is a blessing meant for you. And we also have the initiation that came out for you, a rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Look at the imagery on these cards, you know. We're coming out of the darkness and we're trying to step into the light. We're trying to step into the color. And the interesting thing about this card is when you first look at it, oh yeah, it's just a dark card. But you look at it closer, group 2, and you see all the serpents on this card that have just been slithering their way along the path. There's also a scorpion over there. What the heck? I never realized that. All these hazardous, venomous creatures wanting to hold you back. The blessing is that you have the opportunity to leave that in your past, to leave them in your past, to move forward here and to live for you for once, to take with you only what matters, only who matters, and to allow the hostilities to stay in your past, to stay where they belong. And what is meant for you will find you, and this situation can not only liberate you, but it's going to give you the security that you need, group 2. Bottom deck energy in this deck is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So that's interesting. A scenario that comes to mind is that when this opportunity is presented to you, you don't trust it. And then you assume that that person has your worst interest at heart. Like, if you really loved me, if you really cared about me, why would you even suggest that? That's like one of my biggest fears, as if I would take that. But it can make you very happy, you know? Like, you so quickly realize that it's something that you really want to do. And then there's the concern. Well, what if? What if this? What if that? Is this the right choice? Am I letting people down? What can I do? How can I overcome this? I just need time. I just need time to figure this out. And then you decide that this is actually an empowering decision to make, and I want this to be a part of my life. This situation is designed to break a karmic cycle that you have been stuck in, group 2. It will not only liberate you, but this blessing is going to give you confidence and really empower you. It's this energetic empowerment, this feeling of, I am able to do this. I can make choices. I can do the right thing for me. I am able to look after myself. I don't need other people to do that for me. But it does have this triggering feeling initially, and it triggers you to want to go within for a little bit and figure this out on your own. Just make sure you don't get stuck in your head, group 2. So that is what I'm seeing for you, group 2. I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated. As always, take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. Look after yourselves, and I'll hope to see you in another video. Bye. Group 3, and welcome, group 3. If you chose this Hidden Ocean Jasper, I don't think it is. I've just started calling it that. If you chose this beautiful beach stone, then this is going to be your reading. So today we're asking Spirit, what blessing can you expect? What blessing's coming your way, group 3? Now I need to do a little disclaimer. 2 things. First of all, I am filming on my bed, so the stability is not there. I put a tapestry down, but this camera is going to shake, so apologies in advance. We're here for the messages though. And what was the other disclaimer? Oh yes, I feel like I just need to be upfront with you. A lot of you, well, surely if you're here, you're intuitive and most of you are empaths, so I am sick a little bit. Just generally fatigued, tired, but with the full moon passing, my intuition has just been ridiculous. It's been keeping me up, so I needed to film this video for you, and I think that it's a really good timing too as we transition towards our new moon energies. This is a timeless reading, so whenever this message finds you is when it is meant for you. But if you do pick up on that throughout this reading, then I do apologize. I like to try to keep my personal stuff personal because these videos are for you, but I know that a lot of you pick up on those things, so that is why I sound a little bit different. I'm pulling through. It's not terminal, okay, but that is why this stuff's going on in the background. Now, I want to ask about what blessing is coming your way. I was shown a card, and it doesn't really want to go back in the deck, so I'm going to put it down here because I don't really see yet how it's relevant for you. We're being shown the Two of Pentacles. What blessing is coming their way? Group 3 Spirit. Oh, we got a little bit. The Tower. Oh, I see. They're definitely meant to be together. Sorry. They're definitely meant to be together. So what's going on here is that you have been conflicted as of late. You feel like you're barely coping. You feel like you have a lot on your plate, perhaps, Group 3. Some of you actually think that you're doing really well. You think that you are managing the juggling act as it is. But the Tower is here to destroy that illusion, because actually you've been taking on way too much, and it is affecting your health, or at least your mental health, with the Nine of Swords. Some of you may be experiencing sleeplessness as well with that card, but it is something that other people are noticing about you as well. You do have a lot going on. You may think that because you still have a lot of downtime that it's okay, like I can manage this, it's not a lot, but it seems to be quite significant things, even just 2 significant things that are taking a toll on your health. And more than anything, Group 3, it feels like it's a physical health situation. If you haven't yet, some of you may have like an appointment booked with that Tower card. It is something that is necessary. The Tower here isn't meant to shock you. It is necessary because it needs to get rid of the things that you've been putting energy into that aren't serving you. This is going to be a little bit shocking news, but you can work with it. It is attempting to pull you out of this tricky situation with that Nine of Swords. It's like pulling the wool away from your eyes. The eyes on this card keep pulling me in. But you needed to know this information. It was something that you secretly suspected. Some of you may have even dreamt of this information before. It just feels like you've been taken on a lot lately. We have the Empress here, which is a beautiful energy. The Empress energy is like a fertile energy. It's a creative energy. It is nurturing. There's something really stable about her energy too. She's got a bit of Taurus in her, the Empress. Now we've got the Devil reversed. Yeah, look, you've been doing things to your body that maybe you shouldn't be doing with the Devil reversed. No judgment. I'm just here to carry the messages. But you've been taken on a lot, and it's like a cycle that you haven't been able to break out of. And perhaps for most of you, Group 3, you've been doing it in bursts. So it's just an energy drink here, you know? It's just a cigarette when I drink. It's just alcohol on the weekends. But what the Tower is saying is that all these little things are adding up, and you do need to address it before it becomes something chronic. Which is interesting because at the start of this I was really talking about my health and how it isn't terminal. Now we have the Father of Wands down here as well, clarifying our Nine of Swords. It's a lot. The Father of Wands is a beautiful energy, but there's a passion there. There's precision there. And the fact that it's being portrayed by a cobra is really just playing into that energy of it almost coming out of nowhere. I just feel like cobras, you kind of anticipate when they're going to strike, and then you don't, and they just strike. You know, like there's a deathliness to this. There's a deadliness to this. But it's also quite powerful. I'm trying to figure this out chronologically. So I want to say that at the beginning here, with the Empress, I think that you take on a lot because you have a beautiful giving nature. You have the ability to do a lot. That's something that you've maybe done all your life. It's something that you're very good at. I think that a lot of people rely on you to be this person as well. With the Empress card, you are a giving person. You are very fertile as well. If this is health related, you may be carrying life within you as we speak. If not, you just have this ability to give people life. The Empress energy is a real, I want to say fertile, but it's like this nurturing, safe feeling. And for the fact that that's the energy clarifying the Two of Pentacles, I think that's why you do what you do, is because you're so good at it. And then people come to rely on you. You're so good at juggling these things. You're so good at looking after people, at helping people feel confident and strong, at giving people safe places to find that confidence within themselves. But it's very taxing, and it comes at, well, I just want to say it seems to have a toll on you to the point where you might slip into some addictive tendencies. And I don't think it's because of the addiction. I think it's more because it's easier. The self-care is something that isn't adding up here. I think that you are able to take on a lot, but when you run out of time, it's easier to do this instead. It's easier to do that instead. And you start to cut corners on your health, it seems. And then it becomes too much. You're cutting corners on everything. That person then asked you for too much. This person then asked you for that much. And before you know it, you don't have a lot left. And you find yourself perhaps just giving. So really, the blessing that is coming your way, sadly, Group 3, you're going to hit breaking point here. You're going to hit the point where you need to actually take time out. And for some of you, you might be really on the edge with your mental health here. You might really just feel like your anxiety might be through the roof, especially if that's being clarified by the Father of Wands. There's a feeling as though, you're just going to crack. You might snap. You might yell at someone. You might hit a point where you've been bottling it up for so long that it just needs to get out somehow. Your bottom deck energy is the Hanged Man. You really need to take some time off to understand why you do this, because I think that you are very good at what you do, but you haven't really been looking after yourself, Group 3. And you really need to take some time off to figure out what a healthier balance for you looks like, and where do you need to stop cutting corners. This blessing is the end of a cycle that has slowly been becoming more and more taxing on your health. And at first it was a little bit less sleep here, a little bit of bad food here, and I don't like saying, listen, all in moderation, but a little bit of sugar here, a little bit of high cholesterol there. I can give that person some of that time. It means I'm late for my next appointment, but that's okay. They matter to me. And before you know it, you've actually given a lot, Group 3. And although, yes, you're very good at what you do, you are this wonderful being that gives, you were actually just taking from your own soil. You were taking from your own tree. And what you're left with is this devil now that the universe is trying to take from your life, because it isn't what you deserve. It isn't who you are. It isn't how you deserve to live, Group 3. So I know that this sounds like a massive roast, but really what your blessing is that all of this is going to end, and you're going to be given the opportunity to slow down here, to really take time out to figure out why you do this. How can you do this better? How can you be more efficient so that you're not taking so much from yourself in the process? And maybe it's time to cut back some of the things you've been juggling with that Two of Pentacles. Maybe it's time to use this opportunity as an opportunity to lessen your load a little bit. The Tower there is really just, it's weird because normally Tower energies are confronting. Normally Tower energies, they're unexpected, and when they come, it's like a, but for you, it's like a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God. I have a break now. Like, you're almost really happy that this tower moment has happened because it means that you can have a break. As sudden as it is, it means that you can have a break. I want to get more cards for you. I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Group 3 Spirit, what blessing is coming their way? Group 3, what blessing is coming their way? What blessing is coming their way? We have Follow the Leader, number 40. I just want to look at this card before I show it to you. Sorry, guys. Interesting. There's like ducklings. It looks like a parrot, a goose, a swan maybe? There's a praying mantis down there as well. And then there's a fairy. So, follow the leader. This does kind of tell me that you've been preaching self-care to other people without following it yourself, Group 3. I'm sorry, but with the Empress, you're so good at what you do. You have this natural ability to really empower people and help people feel safe and inspire people to look after themselves. But in the process, recently, you've been neglecting yourself. And really, with that follow the leader, you have to take care of number one first before you can consider anybody else. That is what this card is talking about. You have to take care of yourself, and then you can go back and help others. It really is just self-explanatory. I almost don't want to over-explain it, but that is what it feels like. You know, that beautiful analogy that aeroplane hostesses use in their safety videos of you just secure your oxygen mask first, Group 3, before you attempt to help anybody else. Excuse me, I was just wiping my nose. Group 3 Spirit, I want to get more cards for them, please. What blessing can they expect? We have commitment. Interesting. Alright, that's very interesting. I'm not feeling anything specific with that card, so I want to clarify it. I'm going to get some more tarot. I'm using the Hermetic tarot deck now. Commitment. Why? Why is commitment here? Oh, sweetheart, you are so inspirational. People adore you. People really look up to you. They would hate to see you in pain. These are the kind of people who are so loyal to you. They really want your best interest at heart. If you need to take time off for yourself, do it. They're still going to be there. They're still going to want to be a part of your life. And this commitment is really just talking about that. You are this beacon, this guiding star, a source of hope and inspiration. You have to look after yourself. You are so much more than just a person, a cog in the wheel, you know, another number in the system. You are this leader. You are this empress. You are this star. You are the father of wands. You're out here inspiring people to create, to be more, to sow their own wealth, to look after themselves. But you can't do that unless you start really caring for yourself as well. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's something to do with your health, darlings. It's something to do with your health. Really make sure that you're not burning yourself out with all of this giving. And while I'm a massive advocate of balance and everything in moderation, I feel like it's been lots of little things that have really just been adding up. So really make sure that you're taking the time to invest in yourself physically, spiritually, everything, what you choose to drink, what you choose to eat, what you say to yourself before you go to bed, what you say when you wake up, how you think about your future, you know, really just take time to try to realign yourself, recalibrate, so that you're out here living for yourself and being that beautiful beacon of self-love and nurturing. Bottom deck energy is the Four of Swords. You do need to take rest, Lord of Rest from strife. Take that time off. Rejuvenate. Allow yourself to rebuild, to recalibrate, to understand why you do what you do and why you are important. You're not just a cog in the wheel here. A lot of people look up to you. A lot of people want you to be the beautiful person that you are. They're here for you, invested in you. I'm going to get one more card from this deck and then we'll switch decks. So Group 3. I nearly said 2. We have Protecting Treasure. You're so precious, Group 3. You are so precious. I mean, I think you don't realize how many people are just so invested in you. You have something that money can't buy. You are so unique, and you are really worth looking after. People are completely invested in your success. They want you to be here for as long as you can be here. And it's really important that you understand that and you see that for yourself, because you are this treasure. People feel like they need to protect you, and I think that you don't want them to feel like that. I feel that for the most part, you like to say that you're independent and able to look after yourself, but this is just a reminder that you are a treasure worth protecting. We only have one body. Though our soul may reincarnate, this vessel is all we've got for this lifetime, and you have a very specific mission in your lifetime to empower other people, to offer safety and sanctuary and just an opportunity for other people to ground themselves and realign with who they are. You are incredibly giving, but it's at times does take its toll on you, and in this situation it's taken a bit too much. You just need to take that time away to recalibrate. And your other card was Unexpected Visitors. Interesting. Can I find out more about that, please? What does that mean? Unexpected visitors. Who's coming in? Oh. Lord of Love. Reverse. Two of Cups. Listen, you might have somebody coming in who you haven't seen in a while. They're coming in to say hello. It's been a long separation from the looks. It might actually instigate some feelings of like, ooh, I wasn't really comfortable with that. This is a discord. I don't really want this anymore. This might be someone that you might have tried to distance yourself from, if I'm honest, with the Seven of Wands. It's like something that you have almost been fighting for. Some of you have been fighting against it. What other card do I have? The Chariot, another 7. Adversity, challenges, obstacles, change. Triumph, though, with that card. The Chariot is talking about movement, forward movement, unexpected visitors. What is coming for you? Yeah, it's the opportunity to move forward, but it hits you like a ton of bricks with that tower. It takes from you before it can give, but it is the truth, and it's the truth as you need to see it. 7 of Swords reversed. The actions you've been taking haven't been serving you. Another 7. We've had 4 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 7 of Pentacles. Slow effort. Slowly over time. It's just been taking and taking and taking. The success unfulfilled. It's time to tear those plants out, because they're not going to give you what you want. It's time to replant the new seeds here. With this unexpected visitors, maybe it's that one person that just tries you at the wrong time and you're like, you know what, no, not today, I'm out. Let's pull all of this out of the soil. We're going to plant some new seeds. It's time to look after me. It's time to build some new strong foundations. Interesting. Your bottom deck energy was coming apart. So this is a blessing that does have a little bit of pain attached, because you're almost reluctant to take this break. You almost don't want to take a break. You almost don't want to make this decision. You almost need to have this unexpected tower moment come in, and then you finally sigh. Oh, thank God, I didn't know how much longer I could do that. And the universe is like, why? Why did you let it get to that point where you were literally falling to pieces before you could rebuild and fix that problem? You are so precious, Group 3. This is a blessing. It is. It's time to take some time off. It's time to really look at your energy and where you've been giving a bit too much, and really just putting yourself first. You are so precious, and you mean so much to so many people. It's really important that you continue to put yourself first, because the people that you give to, they would really, really be upset if they found out that you weren't well because of how much you've been giving to them. They're invested in you, your essence, your soul, your reason for being here is why they are so attached to you. In the best of ways, they want you to put yourself first as well. Sorry, I just had to wipe my nose. I'm going to get one more card for you because I haven't used this deck yet. Oh, sweets. If you had any questions, look at this. Door to value. treasure, value. What did we have up here again? What was that one? Follow the leader. You are so important. You are so pivotal. Everything that you do in your lifetime is done for, and I mean, that could be said about anyone, but I just want to say that you have the opportunity to make some big waves with what you do and how you help people and how you choose to spend your time. That's why it's so important that you look after yourself here. Pentacles are really strong in your reading. You really need to protect and look after your health, because everything that you do has a bigger purpose in your lifetime, group 3. It's just this real strong, and I just realized we have the Hanged Man here again, twice, both reversed. So many synchronicities. What you do means so much to your community, to the lives that are impacted. Your mission on Earth is vital, and you just really need to start putting yourself first and really embodying that Empress energy, nurturing yourself, looking after yourself, really weeding out your garden, cutting those energetic cords because those people weren't helping you in the way that you needed help, or those situations weren't fulfilling you in the way that you needed to be fulfilled. It's about inspiring others to look after themselves, but don't give what you don't have already. And look at this, Journey is your bottom deck energy. Journey reversed, we have arrived. That was bottom deck energy for one of the other groups too. So I can't remember which one though, sorry. So Journey card reversed is saying that this feeling, where we've been struggling over here with the 2 pentacles and balancing, and we're good at it, but it's been taking its toll. It's time to end that. It's time to just stop worrying for a second, to simplify our options for a second, and to just allow us to focus on what truly matters. And in this situation, there are so many people that care for you, that really want you to be successful, that you just need to be out here looking after yourself, okay? You can't take care of anyone else until you appreciate the beautiful person that you are and look after yourself, group 3. So I hope that resonated for you. As always, you're the expert in your life, group 3. Take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!